don't forget to enter our 100 subscriber giveaway. Good luck and stay awesome. All right, guys, I'm here to you today to talk to you about The Office. Now, I know I already did 2 Office videos and I'm doing a 3rd one, but this one isn't about my collection. This one's about Pops that I want to see made. So I got my notes, so you're gonna see me looking to the side a lot. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really see that well, but I know what I wrote. I just have to remember what I wrote. I don't usually use scripts when I do my videos. I just turn on the camera and start talking, and whatever I remember. But in this one, I had to write stuff down because there's a lot. Anyway, as of this recording, Wave 1 Office Funko Pops. We got Jim, Pam, Dwight, Michael, Daryl, Kevin, Michael and Toby in a 2-pack. And then we got all of the, we got Andy from Target. And then we got all the other Michaels, Dwights, and Jims. You know, there were alternate Michaels, Dwights, Jims, Prison Mike, Date Mike, Classy Santa Mike, Hey King Dwight, Belschnickel Dwight, Blonde Dwight, Jim Dresses Dwight, 3-hole Punch Jim, and Bookface Jim. And there's others. I'll probably be putting them up on the screen as I'm talking. But that was the first wave from The Office. The second wave that just came out this year, actually last month. We got Meredith, 2 Stanleys. We got Pretzel Day Stanley and Florida Stanley. And Kelly, which is one of my favorites. And we got Dwight with the Jello mold when Jim put his staple in Jello, and Dark Lord Dwight. And now we have Survivor Man, Michael, and Angela with sprinkles. So we got a good amount of the characters, but they keep putting out alternate Dwights, alternate Jims, alternate Michaels, which I don't mind because as a collector, I want to collect them all. I haven't collected them all. Some of them are really high in price right now. I'm probably never going to get them, but you know, that's not a big deal to me. But with this type of TV show with so many good characters, I feel like they're going to milk it to try to get every character they can, which is why they're holding off a lot of the main cast from The Office, and they're doing a lot of alternates of main characters. I said main cast, main characters. We all know that there's various different Jims, Michaels, and Dwights because they were in different costumes. Even though Jim didn't really like dressing up, he always did some variation. And as a matter of fact, every version of Jim that's come out so far has been him dressed up, playing a different character. And in the show, he often talks about himself not liking to dress up. And the first Jim Pop, which people think, oh, it's just Jim, but he has on his Dave name tag, which in that episode was a Halloween episode, and he wasn't dressed up, and he was like, no, I'm Dave. So technically, every version of Jim Funko Pop we've gotten has been of Jim as somebody else, or pretending to be somebody else, like when he dressed up as Dwight. So I think that's kind of cool, which is something I just caught when I was trying to do this this video, making this list. I'm like, every Jim has been him being somebody else. He has never been just Jim. So that would be cool. Anyway, so we got 2 waves of the Funko Pop Office so far. And my thoughts of what the rest of the waves should be. I'm not going to do like wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. I'm just saying as future Pops. Of course, we're going to get the appropriate cast. So I think the next ones that come out are going to be Creed, Ryan, Erin, Phyllis, and Oscar. They mainly brought them out, like the first set they brought out, there was 7 of them, 8 of them if you count Andy. And the second wave, they pretty much only brought out 3 new characters with some redos of old characters. And then they had 2 of one character, which was Stanley. No, they have 4 new characters because Angela. I keep getting Angela. But in the next wave, I'm thinking they're going to do 5 new characters. So that's Creed, Ryan, Erin, Phyllis, and Oscar. I keep saying that fast, knowing I'm going to be putting pictures up. I need to slow down. So that's what I think should be the next ones. And of course, you can do alternate Creed, like the one where he was covered in blood. That would be kind of cool. The one where he was hiding from the police, or trying to hide from the police. He had on his disguise. That was like the last episode, I think, or at least in the last season. So you have alternates of him. You could always have alternates of Oscar, all the Halloween episodes where he was dressed up, so you had that. Also, same thing with Erin, she was dressed up in a lot of those. Ryan, you could always do Temp Ryan, then you could do Executive Ryan, and then you could do Blonde Ryan, so you have different ones of him. And Phyllis, you should just leave alone. Do plain Phyllis, all right? The only alternate of Phyllis, well, I won't say only, but the main alternate of Phyllis I see, actually, I just thought of another one, but I was thinking do Phyllis and Bob Vance 2-pack in their wedding gown. Well, he didn't wear a wedding gown, he wore a tuxedo, but the wedding 2-pack, that would be pretty cool. And I forgot, Phyllis dressed as Santa when they let her be Santa Claus, so that would be a cool one too. They wouldn't have to come out with this wave. I'm just saying, as far as future pops, that would be cool. So outside of my prediction of those being the next 5, all the rest are just kind of random order, just the characters I think they'll be coming out with. You got Gabe, you gotta do Gabe, Jan, David Wallace, Nelly, Roy, Robert California. You got to do Pete and Clark, otherwise known as Plop and Dwight Jr. You got to do Mose. You have to do Holly, and you got to do Todd Packer. So those are the characters I think you have to do as far as if you want to do the Office Pops. Now, the rest of the ones I'm going to name are ones that you could do, you don't have to do. They fit, but not necessarily have to be Pops. I would love it if they all were, though, because if you did the whole Office line, like all the characters, that would be awesome. But if they were to do like Nate, that was the guy that Dwight found at the Home Depot, and then he ended up working in the warehouse, and then he became Dwight's assistant, I guess, when Dwight bought the building. Or maybe he was the assistant, then went to work in the warehouse. One or the other. Either way it went, that's who Nate was. You gotta do Joe Bennett. The senator, Robert Lipton, that was Angela's gay husband. I'm sorry, if you haven't watched The Office, I'm gonna be doing a lot of spoilers here, so yeah, you might wanna either go watch it, then come back, or just deal with the fact that there's gonna be a lot of spoilers. Val from the warehouse, Kathy, who was scheming on Jim for the last like 2 seasons, Helene, that was Pam's mom who dated Michael, Josh Porter, he ran the Stanford branch, Charles Minor, he was the one who replaced Ryan after Ryan replaced Jan, and Carol Stills, that was Michael's realtor, who in real life is Nancy Carell, Steve Carell's wife. Also, you could do a 3-pack of the warehouse guys. You do Lonnie, Hide, and Madge. That would be a pretty cool 3-pack. Do Donna Newton. That was one of the characters Michael was dating. She ran the Sid and Dexter's, which I believe was a play on Dave and Buster's. Do a 2-pack of the IT guys. You had Nick and Sadiq. Those were the 2 IT guys that we saw on camera, although they named a bunch of them in one episode. You have Ravi, who was dating Kelly towards the end. Cynthia and Terry as a 2-pack. That was Stanley's wife and girlfriend. You got Isabel, which I believe was Pam's cousin. Not exactly sure, but yeah, Isabel. Then you have AJ, was Holly's boyfriend when she went to Nashua. Hunter, Jan's assistant, which actually should go in one of the exclusive. I have an exclusive list of Pops I think they should do. And Mr. Brown from Diversity Day, which I believe was the 2nd episode. So those would be cool to see them in Pop form. Yeah, you gotta do Karen. And let me see, Stanford 3-pack would be Hannah, Martin, and Tony. Those were the 3 who well, Tony got fired, and then Martin and Hannah quit. So do them in a 3-pack. But a few exclusives I think they should do is Glenn from the warehouse. He was there for a lot of the seasons. He just was usually a background player. So That would be cool. A Bob Vance would be cool, exclusive to a certain store. Jake, the stripper. That was Meredith's son. He grew up to be a stripper. So do stripper Jake. D'Angelo Vickers. That was why can't I remember his name now? And Hank, the security guard Hank. He should be an exclusive to a store or something like that. Also, I figured they should do a Daryl, Jim, and Kevin when they were dressed up as the Miami Heat players. That would be a cool 3-pack to do, or if you did them separately. Kelly, Gabe, and Toby when they were dressed as Halloween skeletons. And they turned out the lights and they glowed, so glow in the dark 3-pack of those, that would be cool. Phyllis and Bob wedding, I already mentioned that one, and a Dwight and Angela wedding. Those would be cool. And Jim and Pam, when they were wet, wearing the bags on the Spirit of the Sea. I think that's what it's called. Spirit of something. It'll be up there. When they got married for their wedding episode. So those would be some cool pops I would like to see. And one thing that I think would be cool that Funko should do is they should do a made-to-order pop line. Like maybe they pre-manufacture a certain amount of a certain pop, and then after that it's made to order. So that way they don't waste resources making a certain pop that nobody's gonna buy except true fans of the show. So instead of making like 500,000 of, say, Glen from the warehouse, they make like maybe 10,000, and then after that is made to order. So the first 10,000 people who get their order in, they'll get them right away, and then everyone who orders it after that, up to a certain point, like they have a cutoff date of we're gonna leave it open for like a week, and whoever orders within that week gets that certain pop. So that way they don't waste resources on making a bunch of pops that nobody's gonna buy, and only the true fans will want that particular pop anyway. So, you know, that makes sense to me. Like, I don't know why Funko doesn't do something like that. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to do, but I kind of like that idea, and I figured, like, yes, do made to order pops. But anyway, that's it for today. Tell me what you think about my idea of made to order pops. Tell me what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video, if you're an Office fan or not. I know there's a lot of characters I didn't mention, because some of them, like I said, you don't really need. The ones I did mention are just ones I think would be cool outside of the main ones, which I think they have to make. All the rest are kind of like, yeah, if they do, it'd be cool. Only real fans will really want them anyway. And when I say real fans, I say, like, you know, some people, they collect certain pops because, oh yeah, I used to watch The Office. I like Jim, I like Pam, I like Dwight, but they're not gonna get the whole Office line. Like, true fans of the show will buy every pop. So I'm a true fan of the show. And outside of all the alternates, like, I'm trying to get at least one of every character. So yeah, I don't have to have 3-hole punch Jim. I don't have to have Dark Lord Dwight. I don't have to have Classy Santa Michael. But as long as I have at least one of each character, I'll be happy. So I can say I have the whole cast. So that's really my goal with my Office Pops. If I can get them all, that'd be great. But I don't see that being likely, especially when some of the exclusives are already out of the price range of what I'll pay for a single pop. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. So anyway, like I said, do the things, comment down below. You'll see me next time. Peace.